Um, I think we're living in a time where people just don't want to live alone. Uh, Loneliness is seen as a very antisocial thing, which in its essence it is. Um, but people are afraid of being alone, not because being alone might necessarily be a bad thing, but because it is seen as a weakness, right? And everybody has played a part in this view, this unanimous view on solitude, and I'm here to change that. I really want to change that because everything that has happened over the last few decades, there's been social media, the upliftment of the middle class, right? This supposed equalization of everyone, telling everybody they're worth it and they have a shot at it, and saying we are all equal in the eyes of God, which is a philosophy I truly despise. It makes me puke, makes me want to puke because I don't think everybody's equal. And so I don't think everybody's capable of socializing, and I don't think it is at all necessary. But everywhere I go, every movie I see, every social circle I visit, um, uh, being a loner is considered a bad thing. No, what they mean by loner is not just someone who is well, everybody is interdependent on each other. That is a given, and I sort of agree with that. But this thing wherein people just don't want to be by themselves and always want to project their shit and have other people project their shit on themselves. It's like it's a ridiculously trashy society that's being built, and it's done to mortalize us. There's powerful people, right? And they figured the secret out. um, and they've used the media, they've used Facebook and everything on all these social media platforms, and they're getting people to weaken their potentials by constantly wanting to socialize. Because essentially, socializing is just bringing down your wokeness level, is what I feel. You can't be yourself with another person. It is impossible. The only person I can be myself with is me. And I'm saying this on record. And this is irrespective of any point of time in my life, there's been only one person in all of existence who I have ever loved, and that is myself. All right? It's like um, the electronic configuration of an atom. There's a nucleus, there's orbits, and the electrons that are in the closer orbits near the nucleus are more closely attracted by the nucleus, and the electrons that are there in the farther orbits are less strongly attracted. Well, so I'd say in the first orbit, there's my parents, right? And then there's my family, and there's friends and some special people. But in the nucleus, you know, that's just the essence of my reality. It's just me, right? I can't love anybody else but myself because solipsism. I'm the only person I know. I'm the only person I truly care about. So, and that isn't like selfishness as shown as a bad thing by so many people. That's just that's the way it is, right? So, um, I've seen smart people, like talented, um, really worthy people, capable of doing some strong shit, right? Who've just uh, sort of delegated and gotten rid of all their talents and skills in order to appeal and come in the good books of certain people they desire, be it friends or significant others. I don't even talk about women here because women are, yeah, they're not worth it at all because they don't, most of them don't have any real universal aspirations in life. They just want to land a good guy. But I'm seeing it's sad that guys have been doing this so much. No guy right now wants a woman who's devoted. Every guy wants to be equal in a relationship. And if you said someone this to someone even as recently as 100 years ago, they would laugh at you, and rightfully so, because a real man does not weaken himself to please a woman. But that, if you really look at it, is essentially what is happening. Mark Zuck. I read a very interesting post. I think it was Sean Parker who had said it. He was one of the initial investors, angel investors in Facebook, and he said that it's Facebook is just a social validation loop, social feedback loop. I give you feedback, you give me feedback, we both feel validated. It goes on and on and on. So he has created a circle. Right? We're all living in a circle, right? There's interdependencies. Whoever owns the circle, right? Whoever gets it going, keeps mingling, keeps the people involved and engaged. They're the real owners, they're on top, and we should all aspire to be like these people, right? So that's what Mark did. People call him a sociopath. Well, of course, I mean that's the ideal way of being. That's the ideal psyche, to want to dominate. But this I see this urge and this instinct to dominate completely go, like it's gone. Everybody just wants to be in circles, and that's that's really really sad. Uh, I guess I'm not meant for this generation, but I've been born here, and I really have to bring about this revolution. So if you're watching this, I really want to tell you that it is it is imperative that the only person one truly loves is themselves, and stop trying to appeal to insignificant people, people who are not in authority, people who don't control. All right, because that is immemorable. It doesn't stand, right? It doesn't last. The universe won't even notice. If we're going to be the least noticed generation, I feel, if we're constantly just trying to appease each other. So yeah, I want this. I want some betterment for whoever's watching. If you're even a 11-year old or 111 years old, I don't care, but you can bring about this change, right? So give it a thought and stop this urge, this insane urge to socialize, to supposedly become a better person. Because professionally, teamwork is good, um, but if you apply that to the entirety of it, it's not worth it at all. Don't believe that lie.